Hey folks, Post here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and I don't know what's going on right now. Everything is just going absolutely insane. This is madness personified. This is probably what madness personified looks like. And by that I mean, we are getting Syncgrid expansions for both Sabrina and Red, who both are already extremely good units. Red being the strongest, striker in the game. Sabrina, awesome, like, great support, right? The first accuracy booster in the whole game. Guys, for those who don't know, accuracy is extremely powerful in this game. That's why we never, had a reliable accuracy booster until Sabrina appeared here. I don't know, let's get into this then. So, let's go all the way up. Let's start with Sabrina. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here, right? So, Sabrina's Syncgrid, right? By the way, if you guys haven't seen, Sabrina and Red's base stuff yet, go check it out. It's on the channel. You can check out the videos for both Sabrina and Red. So this is what Sabrina and Alakazam's Syncgrid kind of sort of looks like, I guess, if you guys really care about the shape. Which, I mean, it's useful, but that's whatever. I just want to get into it. So, Sabrina Alakazam, it's a pseudo striker slash support. It's mainly a support, but also can output a really respectable amount of damage as a striker. And this Syncgrid just brings that striker component to Sabrina to an absolute next level. So let's look at the stat boost first. Well, I mean, these are just the free ones, obviously, that everyone has. Moving on to your 7th cell, that's more special attack, which is nice. And you got some Psybeam power-ups. I personally really do not care for the Psybeam power-ups. I mean, you're not going to use it. You're not going to use it. You're not going to use Psybeam. You will be using Psychic. So, nothing to really see here with the Psybeam power-up. Speed 10. Obviously, speed is always nice, right? More Psybeam, ignore. I mean, I guess you could okay, I take that back. You can build a Psybeam build with Sabrina and do really respectable damage. That's what, 1, 2... that's 10, 14, 18, 22. That's 22 damage on Psybeam. That's an extra 22 damage. That's what, 40, what was it? Base 48 or base, I think it's 48, right? That would be what, base 70 damage for a 2-bar move that has a chance to confuse. I mean, that's not terrible, but I'd just rather invest into Psychic. But anyways, moving on. Special attack 20 special attack, which is great. That's a lot. More Psybeam. Oh no, there's not more Psybeam. This is Psybeam move gauge refresh. You got 2 move gauge refreshes for Psybeam. Wow, that's okay. A Psybeam build is actually kind of legit then. Then you also got moving on, defense 5, psychic power 5. Okay, so we're getting into psychic territory right now. Let's see how much power ups we have for psychic. So that's 5, 5 over there. Move gauge refresh for psychic. Great. I was worried it might not have this one, right? Because it is a move that you get after your mega. So sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, from the example of Steven, they don't really have much for that. You only had 1 bullet punch related Syncgrid move, right? Even though it's really good. But anyways, move gauge refresh for psychic. So 5 power over here, 10 power, 15 power, 20 power. Can we get 1 more? Okay, no, we can't. So 20 more power on psychic, which is still really good, right? So that's what, 118 or something. I don't know. It should be a really decent amount. So moving on, critical countdown look at this, has a small chance of reducing the sync move countdown by 1 when the user lands a critical hit. What? Okay, it's only 10%. It's not anything crazy, but every single time you crit, you have a chance to reduce the sync move countdown. And by the way, every time you're using that hit, you're also reducing the sync move countdown. So, you're reducing it by 2. So that could make, because, I guess the biggest problem with Sabrina, if you do want to make a DPS Sabrina, right? Well, make Sabrina also DPS, is that you kind of have to get to Mega, I almost said Mega Sabrina, Mega Alakazam first, But, you know, the issue was getting to Mega Alakazam. Although, it's much easier for supports to Mega, just because the, you know, move animation is just much, much quicker, right, than Strikers. But still, you have to get to Mega, right? But with this, with Critical Countdown, like, every time you crit, and there's something to that crit, which we'll get to in a bit, which makes this even more insane. Every time you crit, you'll have a small chance of reducing the sync move countdown by 1, so... You know, even if you only get 1, that's a huge, huge improvement, right? So this is crazy. It is 10 costs, though, so there's that. Moving on, next one, I don't know how to pronounce this word, recuperation? Recuperation? I don't even know. Restores user's HP after using a sync move. Nah, no, we don't need that. Like, Sabrina's already really tanky. That's not that big of a deal. It's 10 cost, right? So, and Sabrina can restore her own HP, so come on, why? This is not really that great. Defense nodes, HP nodes, Sixth Sense MP refresh, so that is really, really good, right? Because, you know, if you're, again, Sabrina's best partners is Dragonite. If you're, you know, partner Dragonite, if your partner Dragonite wants +6 special attack, you would obviously need to use this twice. But if you have 2 partners as Dragonites, then you can't really do that, right? You can't really give them both +6. But if you do have MP refreshes, if you're like running like a pure support Sabrina, you get an MP refresh on this, so you could potentially get both your Dragonites to +6, you know, instead of like one's +3. There's both are +3, right? So this is really, really good as well. Moving on. Grand Entry raises the user's special attack when the Pokemon enters a battle, so free plus special attack for ourselves, yay. 6 cost, I don't know. Moving on, Dire Hit, all MP refresh 3. Dire Hit all has a moderately good chance of restoring 1 MP of the move if the move is successful, so you could potentially, you know, if you get 1, then you could get 3 Dire Hit alls, and that obviously means that you could get 100% crit, but do not take this move. Do not take this, because we're going to go over something that's even better. So, moving on, special attack 10. More special attack is nice, obviously. On the ropes, reduces damage when the Pokemon is in a pinch and is hit by a physical attack move. Whatever. I mean, it's not bad, but, you know, it's just, you know, cost 8. We just don't have any, you know, we don't have any room to throw that in there. Next one, special defense 10. This, Dire Hit All Critical Squad. Move. Dire Hit All raises the crit rate and of all allied sync pairs when a move is successful. So, what this means is, so what Dire Hit All does is already, you know, raise the crit rate of everyone, you know, on your team by 1. So what this does is raises the crit by 2 every time you use that. So that effectively makes Dire Hit All turn into Dire Hit All Plus, which is one of the main reasons why Phoebe is so good, because Phoebe is one of the rare sync pairs in this game supports that could give you 100% crit, +3 crit. What this does, well, it just makes it so that you get Dire Hit All Plus. Well, you don't need Phoebe anymore. This is like a special attack version of Phoebe. This is a special attack version of Phoebe that does more damage than Phoebe. Does not have Pass It On, which is, you know, again, one of Phoebe's main features. But you could be a striker yourself. You don't have to swap into a striker with Phoebe, because usually when you're using Phoebe with the stages that we're having right now, right? Once you know, Dire Hit All and do all that stuff, and it's only half the stats, and then you have to like double edge and then take yourself out, and then once you take yourself out, then your striker come out, and then sometimes you still have to set up with your striker, and then by that time, you know, by the time you finally get all that stuff done with your striker, the match is like almost over, right? So I don't know. I think Sabrina's really, really good in this scenario. Probably could potentially be better than Phoebe in a lot of scenarios. Well, at least well, here's the thing. They're different for sure, right? Phoebe is a physical support, Sabrina's special support. But hey, for those who don't have Phoebe, here's a replacement. Here's a replacement for Phoebe for sure, that you could use, at least, you know, when you're only needing, you know, crit, right? So there you go. Moving on. Sixth Sense ramp up. Sixth Sense raises the user's special attack when a move is successful. 7 cost. So you're raising your own special attack every time you use Sixth Sense, right? So that's +2 your own special attack as well. That's pretty good. I'll take it, right? If you're, again, there are 2 different builds. Like you could go like full support build, and then you could go support slash a striker build, right? This would obviously be in the support slash striker build category that you want to pick up, right? Moving on. Let's see. Special defense 5, speed 10, more stats. Reflect, MP refresh 4. It's whatever, right? Oh, that's MP? Should be move gauge. That's weird. Since reflect is it uses move gauge. I don't know why it says MP. That's kind of weird. Moving on, more special attack. Reflect. You see? It says move gauge refresh over here. Huh. That's weird. And you have 2 reflect move gauge refreshes. Well, if you count this, that's 3, right? So I mean, if you really want like move gauge refreshes on reflect, I don't know why you'd want that, honestly. Like reflect, like you just use it generally like once, maybe twice in a battle, and then you're kind of done. It's not like a spamming move or whatever, so yeah, this is kind of useless. Moving on, reflect pep rally, 7 cost. Reflect sharply raises speed. Oh wow. So use reflect, and you also sharply raises the speed of all allied sync pairs as well. Yeah, if you're building like a full support build for Sabrina, you definitely want to take this as well. Maybe even if you're a striker. I just don't know if you have enough gauge to pick this up, but yeah, this is really, really good, obviously. Critical strike. This you'll have to pick this up at the strike as a striker, right? Critical strike 2 powers up attacks if they become critical hits. Again, with what was it called again? Critical slot. You're gonna get 100% crit. So critical strike, strike 2. That's gonna boost your damage a lot. And then last two slots, you obviously have your sync move boost, right? 25 each. So Sabrina is absolutely insane with this. It blows my mind that they did this again. I guess, you know, just gave her like a sync grid. Like, holy crap. Like, again, even without sync grid, she's really, really good. With a sync grid, she's just like absolutely insane. Definitely a top tier support. Definitely a top tier support now. Wow, this is great. Speaking of top tier and insane, let's move on to Red sync grid. So Red is already, you know, the best striker in the game. And this sync grid just makes it, why did you like, okay, I love Red, but like, dude's already so good. Why are you giving, I thought, you know, the point of sync grids was initially to make slightly lackluster units, you know, give them sync grids, give them a chance to compete. And they just gave like the best unit in the game like a sync grid. What the heck? I don't know. I'll take it. And it's really, really good. Let's go into it. So the first few cells, that's still just stats, right? That's special attacks, special defense, heat wave power up. So I guess you could build a heat wave build if you want, you know, AoE. You know, if you're playing single player, right? Single player would be very useful. Palville is coming up, right? AoE is really good in single player. More heat wave power ups. Let's see how much we have total. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9. Okay, we got 9. Dire hit plus MP refresh. Not sure why you'd ever want to use this unless like you're just swapping in and out. Like you don't want dire hit MP refresh. 12. Wait, 9. 12. Yeah. 12 heat wave power. 15 heat wave power. 18 heat wave power. There we go. I think that's all we got. 18 heat wave power. That's decent, right? That's decent. Then moving on, speed, flare blitz power up 6, 12, 18 for flare blitz. My Destiny MP refresh, I don't think we really need that. I mean, unless you want like both like attack and special attack. So like you could like use My Destiny twice before you mega and after you mega, and hopefully you get MP refresh on both of those, and then you get like the +6 physical attack. But then like your like defenses are gonna get lowered like insane amounts. So I don't know. Although there is something that to combat that, which we'll get into in a bit. Moving on, Steadfast reduces recoil damage received from using moves that have recoil in their effect tag. There you go. You can use Flare Blitz without too much worry. Although again, you know, generally, I mean, okay, if you're sending out Mega Charizard X at, you know, when it's Mega, then sure, this is really good. But generally, you just don't use Flare Blitz. But if you are, you know, if you're fighting something that's weak to physical attack that has really high special defense, and obviously you probably will want a Flare Blitz build, right? So that would help a lot in this case scenario, right? You just don't want to take yourself out completely. So let's see, Flare Blitz, let's see, power ups 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, 24 more power for Flare Blitz. That's a lot. Moving on, HP 20. Haymaker. Mega Haymaker. Okay, here's the problem with Haymaker though. Haymaker is really good, but it's kind of weird for Charizard since you can't really raise your physical attack until after you sync, like after you turn into Mega Charizard, right? And you just can't get attack before. You'll have to rely on supports for this one, right? You'll have to rely on supports on this one. So I mean, if it was like, you know, if users attack or special attack, then this would be absolutely insane. But it is attack, so it's just a bit hard to use, right? Well, not a bit hard, quite hard to use. Moving on, Steadfast. So we have 2 Steadfasts to reduce your recoil damage, right? Adrenaline 1 reduces the sync move countdown by 1 when a sync move is used for the first time. Oh, I get it. So you're using Adrenaline 1 and Haymaker, and the fact that Charizard reduces his own, you know, sync move countdown in conjunction. So you could use Haymaker. Okay. So, oh, I know. Oh, I'm so dumb. You Eevee into Charizard. Let's go with Eevee twice. That's +4 attack, and then go into Charizard, and then Mega, right? And then you use whatever the trainer move, get that last 2 physical attack, and then, you know, with Adrenaline 1 that reduces your sync move count or countdown, you'll get your second sync move extremely quick, and then Haymaker. Oh, wow, that's some 200 IQ strats. Okay, I guess that could work as well. Moving on, speed 10, Blast Burn 4, power +4, speed 10 again, Blast Burn power 4, that's 8 total. Power Reserve 2. Charizard has Power Reserve. Wow. Power Reserve is, you know, insanely strong, as long as you don't die, obviously. And, you know, Charizard is good at lowering its own HP, I guess. So there's that. Blast Burn, so that's up to 12, right? +12 for Blast Burn, +16 for Blast Burn. I think that's all. I mean, its base power is already really good, so that's almost what? That's almost 200 power for Blast Burn, right? That's really good. Rejuvenate 6 increases the user's move gauge by 6 after using a sync move. Oh my god. Wow. Charizard. What the? Oh my god. This is game breaking. What the heck? Wow. This is just so good. Special attack 5, defense 5, speed 5, special defense 5, special attack 5. Okay, it's called My Destiny. My Destiny status quo. My Destiny has a good chance of returning the user's stats quo, I guess. The lowered stats to normal when a move is successful. Okay, I mean that's cool, I guess. It's a good chance, so I don't even know if it's like really worth it. I mean, it does decrease your both your defenses, but it's only by 1. It's not like that big of a deal, and like that's 10 energy. I don't think. Yeah, I mean it's good, but I just don't think it's worth 10 energy to use. Special attack 5, a solar flare powers up sync moves when the weather is sunny. Speeding sun quickly charges move gauge when the weather is sunny. And then okay, it doesn't have sun by itself. If it had sun by itself, like it's over. Like this game would, like, you could use Charizard and like kill anything in the game. So thank goodness it didn't have sun to itself, or else it's just gonna be like, you know, why use any other sync pair in the game, right? So okay, at least it's not like that broken. It's already really broken. It's not that broken. So calm down. All right, and the last two, you know, that's your Blast Burn power ups. So there you go, Charizard and Sabrina Synchrid. Wow, wow, these are good, man. These are really, really good. And you know, at first I did worry about, oh, you know, if they're releasing Synchrids when the unit came out, doesn't that, you know, make people just like have to pull for a second or third dupe? And it looks like maybe kind of for Metagross, but like for Sabrina and Sabrina and Charizard, they get insane after, you know, after you get your second dupe or third dupe, right? But it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Both Sabrina and Charizard and Red are really, really solid even without that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that is the case in the future. But at the moment, I really don't, you know, a lot of people do say that. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Just because, you know, both Sabrina and Charizard, they're already, you know, really, really good without Synchrids. But anyways, hey, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, do subscribe to the channel. We got some more stuff. We still got Fantina's stats. We still got Signasude, Alyssa's moves and stats and all that stuff. There's just so many things going on. Houndoom has a Synchrid. Houndoom has Claire, or not Claire. No, Karen. Her name's Karen. Karen and Houndoom is having a Synchrid, and it's insane as well. So subscribe, guys. There's a lot of stuff coming still, and I'll see you guys in a bit.